Hello and welcome to another art stream. I'm going to be doing work on the on the Smaugust drawings today. I want to get these this one finished up. I really like how it's coming along, but I just want to finalize this one. I got another one I'm starting up soon. So yeah. But as usual, while people come in, I'm going to do some sketches first. So let's do those first. I'll just. Mm, 1 second. Hi. 1 second now. Just gonna go through and yeah, close this. Can't be sharing that now, can I? It's confidential. Okay, there. Okay, cool. Now we're good. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I kind of fixed PureRef a little, enough that at least now I can use it, because I think they're having an issue with their own like operating system, where like for some reason the images aren't loading correctly. But at least I think kinda. I don't know why on some of them it works though, and others it doesn't. That's so strange. Maybe if I hit control, then... Nope. I don't know what it did, why it worked that one time and now it won't work again. But anyway, the point being, I got this to work. And now I just wanna, you know what, we'll just use this, and if we find something I like, well, that's cool. I forgot I put some of my art in here. Of course, I can't move it because nothing's movable anymore, because why would it be? But oh well, that's okay. Do, 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 do. Why is it doing this? All right, 1 sec. Just want to make sure. Do, 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 do. What if? I don't know. I don't think that matters. Sorry, I'm just thinking out. Yeah, it's on that. So I wonder why. Okay. I don't know what that means. Anyway. Right. What? Shoot. Well, whatever. You know what? I give up. This is annoying. Does that help? It did. Well, oh wow, it worked. Yay. Okay, good. Never mind. Now I'm good. I just wanted to make sure I had that working. Good, 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 good. Let's go back to here. Okay. Oops, might help to be on screen. Sorry about that. I didn't even see that I wasn't on screen because I wasn't looking at that window yet. Here I come. Yay. I was hiding the whole time off screen. And you didn't know. Right. I am stealth. Bum, bum, bum. Why? There you go. There. Okay. Okay. Sorry, the eyes were being weird where they were like closing all the time, and I didn't like that. So let's get some music on. Yeah. Okay. So hope you're having a good week. Yeah, I can be just working on some rough sketches first, and then we'll get into the other stuff. Yeah. What's this brush? I can't remember. Ah, okay. Kind of cool. Of course, it does that still. Why wouldn't it do that? Okay. What a pain. They gotta fix this app. It's a really nice thing, but it just does not work when you have to like. Okay. Yeah, when you have to like resize it and stuff, that kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, when you can't resize it, defeats the purpose because the whole point of it is it's a nice drawing application that lets you just have reference always on hand. But hello, I'm glad you could drop by. It just started up. I'm just doing my warm ups. So perfect timing. Yeah, today I'm going to be working on some of the Smaugust drawings. I made some progress on a few, so I'm gonna finish finish up some. That I got pretty far with, and then I'll maybe start some new ones. I think I better dress it too high. Yeah. At least I right before you got on, I figured out what was going on with I use this application called PureRef, and I kind of fixed it now, so I can at least have a full size image for reference on the screen, which is really nice when you're doing quick sketches at the beginning. It looks like they need to upgrade their they need to update their drivers because something's wrong with whatever their coding is. Like it doesn't it doesn't like Windows 11 very much. So whatever's in their code, they just need to update it. It's a good. I still say it's good software. It just needs some a few little cleanup here and there. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. That's good enough, I guess, for this first one. Just a quick sketch. Yeah. Boop. Do, 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 do. Oops. Hate that. But yeah, Smaugust has been fun so far. Just trying it. Although I might mostly work on my comic this month, but at least starting with it is kind of fun to mix things up a little. Why am I drawing that? Oh, whatever, who cares? I mean, I can always use some of it for my channel too, so like if I can use some of the dragons as like part of the lore, so at least it has a purpose. That looks off. I don't like this one. I'm using a posed figure, like a toy for this one, and it's from Pinterest, but I think it's not very accurate with some of the joint placements. Yeah, whatever. It's a cool pose. You can always clean it up later. That is the funny thing, though. They have these like art models that are like $60 to $70, but I've seen toys that have better like joints in them that are like 10. So it's like it's always good to look around because like a Spider-Man toy or something may not have the facial features, but at least if it has better joints, then at least you can get the shadows easier with it, which is far more important than having a fake face anyway. Because you're probably going to have different features in a different nose than the character, the models, the toy models nose anyway. So yeah, I've seen a couple Marvel, like a couple artists that do that. They just get toys and use them as a reference instead. I wonder how many times you can use that as a write-off. It's like, oh, I got all of Warhammer because I needed them for reference. I heard actually about I'm I'm not a huge Warhammer player, but I have heard that Henry Cavill is, and he's really been fighting a lot for the show he's working on for that, where he's gonna like have like full control along with the creators of the game. So that's pretty cool. Because I'm tired of these studios that are just changing everything in all fantasy and taking the wonder out of it. It's like I want to when I'm in the fantasy, I want to be somewhere else. I don't want to be here. Even when it's a modern fantasy, um, like with Dresden Files or something, I wouldn't want it to be perfectly like this. I would want it to be their world, which isn't right now. I think it's set in. I forget when it's set. It's not set in current day. I think it's like the 90s or something is when it's set. I could be wrong. Or maybe early 2000s is what it might have moved into. I forget. I've only read the first book, so and it's been a little while. So it is a shame because there was a time when I wanted like TV and movies to tackle some of the books I've read, but now I don't really trust them as much. Especially certain things like this one came out terrible. Sorry. Well, like Tales of Earth's. Why is it hard to say? Earthsea. just kind of didn't work. It was a shame because it's a good book. It's just kind of like for some reason just really hard for the to transfer to like a movie, whether it's animated or live action. Looking for some more images. Ah, here we go. There we go. Okay, that's a good picture. Try this one now. Yeah, I don't know if anyone here saw the that Odyssey movie, but I heard it was okay. I mean, I was never really rooting against it. I just thought it was kind of strange how they made it, but I just kind of have been feeling more and more pushed away from just movies in general. But maybe some will come out soon that I'll be excited about. We'll see. It's a shame that the last Airbender movie wasn't in theaters, even though it had its issues. I mean, very few, only a few, but it would have been nicer to see in theaters, I think, than on than with a Paramount Plus subscription. Now I have to use that for a month. Blech. What a what a waste. I've already seen the only show thing I like on Paramount Plus is Lower Decks, and sometimes watching Bar Rescue. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just burning through all of Bar Rescue because that's the only thing that I haven't seen all of it. Because I've already watched Lower Decks earlier this year all the way through, so I kind of want to take a break from it. I'm close to thinking about just getting Netflix again, just to rewatch some shows like Coral. I mean, not well, maybe Coraline, but also Hilda, because I haven't watched that in a while. And I do like that one a lot. But I'm wondering if something will come out in September, so I might wait and see what they have planned. Because they sometimes have fall shows, and it would be nice to. I don't want to choose the wrong streaming service because I don't like to use a lot of them anymore. It just seems kind of wasteful. I only have so many hours in the day, you know. This is a good ref because I found this drawing. I mean, there's a photo of a kickboxing tournament, and this guy's getting needing the reading the ribs. He's about to clock this guy in the ear. So I just want to get the kind of like look of how what the body shape is when it takes impact. It kind of like bends a little bit with the motion of the kick. I think that movie, that Leica movie that's coming out in October, looks really cool. I I'm trying to avoid too many trailers about it because trailers are really bad about handing away spoilers, especially with shorter movies like stop motion ones. Because I mean, they can only be so. I mean, they're usually like decent length, but for some reason they always put in an important point that is like a major point in the story, and I don't want spoilers, so I'll just wait. Other than that, I'm trying to think what else is coming out that I'm excited about. I think that's the main one because I don't really care about Marvel that much anymore, and DC. I've never cared about DC except for the animated shows. So if there's something, if I don't know if anyone here knows if there's a, I'll have to look and see if there's any more of those coming out this year because I'm still behind on those. I got to catch up because I haven't seen the rest of the. Oh, there is the. I guess Batman's back. The animated series is back, so I might have to check that out. It's on Amazon Prime. So I kind of I have mixed feelings about the show, but overall I like it. It's kind of weird seeing Batman be mean to Alfred. Wish I could. Let me see if I can fix this. Nope. Maybe if I. Oops. Why'd that do that? Okay. Do, 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 do. We'll do a few more and then we'll get to work. Because it looks like this is probably going to be everyone. So, at least for now. Oops. No. Sorry, I did something dumb. I gotta fix this. Okay, that's almost worse, actually. Sorry, I'm just trying to. PRF is being such a pain today. I'm just trying to get the. What? What that? Why that? Hmm. Anyway. Why is it like this? Sorry, one more try and then I'm going to say I don't care. Because it used to not be. Hmm. I don't know. I'll just. Yeah, that's fine. What a pain. Okay. But this is a good one to end on, I guess. Just, oops. Never did. That's okay. Yeah, it came out pretty good for just a quick sketch for the pose. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, that's cool. I just wanted to get some quick sketches in before I get to work on these. This is the next one I'm going to work on. But this is the one I just want to finish this one up first. So, yeah. Sorry. I thought for him it'd be kind of cool and a little bit out of his character, but I mean, he does use a bunch of different spells. He doesn't just summon bugs and dinosaurs. Like, he plays around with. Because the prompt for this one's tome, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to hit. Since this character is obsessed with books, that it would be him that would be doing it. Yeah. I guess he doesn't have to always have it on, I guess. Because normally he does have a monocle, but I guess here it doesn't matter. I still want some of his color to come through. And for this one, I'd get the darken this hand a little. Zoom in on that. Zoom in on this hand. And we'll try and clean this up. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Like this. I don't know. It's a little better. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Grimnir's one of my original characters. He from my comic. He was like the original, one of the original comic characters, and kind of like moved over to the new book. I mean, the new story, and I'm glad I could keep him in it because I didn't want to lose all that work. Plus, maybe I can eventually tell a story with him, him and Clay, or just him, honestly. pretty good just even on his by himself. So my socially awkward Constantine. Well, not I'm not going to call him that. That's mean. I, no one wants that title. Being in, like, his friends are still fine, so I wouldn't say he's a good comparison to Constantine. I started watching this anime called Demons of the Shadow Realm, and I'm on the fence about it still. I mean, I don't dislike it. It just isn't. I'm not sure if it's what I'm gonna like pursue a lot. I might watch it from time to time because I really do like the mangaka for it. She did Full Metal Alchemist, so and I'm a huge fan of that story. Like the character arcs and everything in that are really good. Let me clean this up a little. Yeah, that's a little better. Bum, 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 bum. I got better. Yeah, because this new one, I think maybe just the setting in Full Metal was better. Was I don't know if better is the right word even. Because this one's a little more modern, and maybe that's hurting it more than helping it. Because like Full Metal was like a parallel version of like World War II, which made it kind of interesting because it was like this like fictionalized version of the different nations in that area. But I mean, it's clear that they're Germany. But still, it's at least feels like it's got its own lore and its own history a little bit. Where this every 5 minutes, like the main character who didn't grow up in modern society keeps getting wowed by everything, and I'm just kind of getting tired of it. It's like the Tarzan thing, but like every 5 minutes, it's like, oh my gosh, what's this? It's a TV. Oh my gosh, what's this? It's a cell phone. It's like, guys, just sit them down with a slideshow, or like give them like a whole bunch of movies to watch, like with like in Austin Powers, where he just like watches all history in like once in like a week. Anyway, though, it's still fun. I like the creature design, like the spirits look kind of cool, and then some of them are based on various legends in like of spirits in Japan. So that's pretty cool. Cool. Looking better. We're getting there. I'll move over a little bit. I think I'm still in the frame a little too much. Yeah. There. Now that's better. Like I said, maybe like I'm taking a little break from work on the model for a little while, but I'm thinking like maybe next month I might go back to refine some of these things, and like maybe this weekend I'll fix the wings, though. That is something I can do right now, where I can just like make a setting where they're folded in more. So I'll give that a shot again. I thought I fixed it, but I guess I didn't. Also, I kind of want to make the hair a little bit more bouncy. So yeah, and fix the eyes because that's really unnerving. Or like I open my eye, I raise my eyebrows a little, and they just, boom, shoot like that. I think it doesn't help that I'm looking down, so maybe that's what it doesn't like. Let me try something. It is what it is. I don't know. I can always try and fix it a little bit later, too, because I'm not sure why. I can always play with the sensitivity of the camera and everything. Excuse me. Sorry. Still a little snuffly. It didn't bother me as much today, though. That's a good sign. Maybe it is calming down a little. I'm hoping that it can calm down enough for me to get it just where it doesn't impact my sleep. That would be a nice change. I like the smear on this brush. Where it kind of like it blurs a little bit too. So that's kind of nice. I remember I used to always think that ice dragons were the good guys. Because I forget why. I think maybe in some stories I heard they were usually the good ones. Which is funny because that's not a D&D thing for sure. They're pretty savage. Are they ice or are they? I forget. I think they're ice. Because there was one in the I mean the Chroma Conclave in Fox Machina, that arc. There was one in that. So that's a spoiler and more of a like thing to look for. Because they're pretty. That was a pretty cool arc. They did a good job with summarizing it and kind of like making a version that would work for an animated show, because you can't obviously fit everything that happened in the campaign on TV. That would just be insanely long. Like, and then we went to talk to this merchant, and then we did this, and then we did that, and it's like it would be a never-ending show that would cost ridiculous amounts of money. Ain't it? No. Weird. Am I in? No, I'm in normal. That's what I'm doing wrong. This part here should be bent a little bit this way, actually. Yeah. Okay, that's what I did. Yeah. It's like the neck should kind of curve a little bit more like this. Letting it have kind of a longer neck. Which would give it more space for like the wings, obviously, to fit in too. Yeah, that's better. I can shrink this down a little bit more. Bum, bum. Okay. Trying to fix it. That's always the tricky thing, isn't it? It's kind of like once you get the shape of a creature down that's fictional, you have to like go back in and clean up the fictional anatomy, which is kind of tricky. It's like, how does this thing that doesn't exist work? And how can I make it look kind of like it could? So right now I'm just kind of trying to fix like the shoulders and some of the contours. We're doing on time. Oh, not bad. Wow, great. It's funny how like depending on how like I guess I'm just feeling better today because on like not Friday, was it last Wednesday, I think, or maybe no, it was on Saturday when I was working on this. I was a little bit beat, so because I hadn't been sleeping well, but and because this application was apparently outdated when I started the stream, and I didn't know it until I started, and it kind of just decided it wasn't going to read any of my tablet's input. So like I would try and like do something like this, what was I even? Oh, I would try and use like the color picker, and it wouldn't do the color picker. Or I would try and like change to the layer to be have a glow to it, or be an add um yeah, an add glow layer, and it wouldn't do that, and it was just getting really frustrating, and I didn't like that I was getting annoyed live on air, and I'm like, but I mean, it was a small problem when I once I figured out what it was. It was just frustrating because I wasn't really sure what was going on, and I wasn't sure if it was like something wrong with the. Sometimes the tablet drivers don't don't really install correctly with the next update for Windows, so sometimes I have to restart the whole computer, and I was like, I really don't want to have to do that. If I could avoid it, it'd be good. So, yeah. But now we're here and things are better. So, do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Something I want to fix that I started with the other one is it looks a little too similar to this, so I need to figure out a way to make the crystal dragon look a little different than this guy. But I think maybe I'll just make the crystal one lighter, whereas this one's going to be is got a dark base with a glowing kind of like sheen to it for the for just where the the ice is glowing the most from the magic. I hmm. I might change. Thank you. I have a lot of fun with color. Yeah, I love doing like vivid colors in my all my drawings. Something I picked up from a few artists that I've watched myself, kind of, and I mean my art's always kind of been really like bright, and I think actually what really influenced me was there's this I forget the name of her channel because it changed to her name, but there was a excuse me, there was a live streamer that did watercolor paintings, and she used the same paints I bought because I bought them because I loved how they looked when she used them, and they're called Kuretake Gansai. I think that's yeah, the big set because it was like on sale for like $25 out of 35, and I got it for that, and it has such vivid watercolor like gouache watercolors, like a mix of them. Like I think it's maybe they're watercolor. I forget. I think there's a gouache set and a watercolor set. That's why it's always confusing. But anyway, the point is they make these really beautiful colors, and I kind of when I switched over to digital, I was like, I guess I just kind of like pushed myself to kind of try to get that to work in here too, because it really helps add to the mood when you get. Especially whenever magic's involved, I want it to feel like otherworldly, like really bright. Like I'm sure there's magic that isn't so shiny, but I don't want to draw it if it isn't. Yeah. Getting him like this, like cold wind around him too. He's just chills everything that he's near. I could easily see Cole doing that actually, of just summoning a creature that's like either really cold or really hot on certain days. Just being like, the heater's kind of busted, so I'm just gonna summon this creature that can do it, and take care of keeping me warm for until I can go down and look at what's wrong. I think one of the hands is too big though, or too small. I'm to figure out which way I should go. Let's see. I think honestly, I think the one on the right might be actually closer to what I should be aiming for. Maybe, or maybe somewhere like slightly maybe a little less, but not. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. I can just let me see. Might flatten a bunch of layers. That's okay. I think it'd be small. I mean, this is already a really big canvas anyway, so let's see. That should help. And then let's try this out. I'm gonna see if I can find a good size for these hands, because that's the only part of this that's right now kind of like looking the most off. Like the anatomy of the dragon could use some more refinement, but I'm not too concerned because it's a magical creature. But people are gonna notice hands on the person that are wrong. Wait, what? Oh, cancel. I have to. I guess there's a few more layers. Weird. Oh, I know why. Because the wait, what is this? I don't know. Yeah, the majority of it's on the glow layer. Darn, darn, darn. Well, maybe can I just do this? Try this. Yep. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I think I think that looks better because it's closer. Because I hate to have to change them both, but I think that looks just cleaner now. Just because yeah, I'll show you both of the hands now. See, it's kind of a little bit. They're closer now. I mean, the angle and the fact that they're not. I don't think they would be 100% no matter what, because I mean, it's a he's holding his hands up. They're not going to be at the same length perfectly, but at least now they look a little closer, and I can just clean them up from here. Because I would hate to have to like keep going back and forth. But yeah, it's an easy fix. Actually, I might want to take this and kind of fill in this area again and re-add the light, because it kind of got out of control over here. Let's kind of clean up some of the edges here a little bit too. There you go. Cool. That's better. Yeah, because I guess right now that's all I'm really doing is I'm kind of in the refinement time. It's always fun to do this part, especially. I guess I can just. That's probably what he's missing. Actually, it's just like the skin color to his hands. Oops, not there. Because they're still glowing, but I just want them to kind of. He's not wearing gloves, so. That's better. Yeah. Yeah, like the back of his hands got the darker color, skin tone, and got this. Also, I think another really big influence on my coloring was oh my gosh. I'm blanking on his name right now. He did Dinotopia and oh man. I wish I could pull that book even out, but it's hidden somewhere in my library. But it not because Andrew Wyeth is on my brain right now, but that's not who I'm thinking of. Although that is another really good illustrator. But let me see. It's gonna bug me. James Gurney. Yeah. James Gurney is an amazing artist, and I highly recommend if you get a chance to ever like watch some of his drawing videos because it's or if you want to paint or draw, he has these two books that are like I live by those books because like he goes into like how color he's probably the best person to go to explain for an explanation of color theory because like he really gets it. Like I've seen only a few other people explain it as well as he has. But like yeah, because he has like paintings that he's painted so much that he has paintings in like for every example and it's really helpful having that like to look at while you're hearing someone explain color theory because color theory is very much situational. Like you'll want to use like warm colors in certain settings and dull like colors for certain other things and yeah, it's just great having someone who can explain all that. I'm blanking on his name, but there's also that multimedia artist. I'm gonna look up this one too. Okay. Drew Struzan. Yeah, that's another really good one. I think he passed, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh yeah, last year. Man, he wasn't that old. I mean, 78 up there at least, but it's kind of a shame. He's such a like nine every poster that I watch, pretty much all the most popular posters for movies that I would walk by in like the 90s and early 2000s were made by Drew Struzan because like he was the go-to guy. Like, and I'm sure they tried to rip him off a few times, but because I think I heard that in his documentary, but or his interview. But overall, I mean, he loved it though. He had more positive things than negative to say about being working on movie posters. Like the Harry Potter ones are gorgeous, and like he did Indiana Jones, and I'm trying to think of any of the other. I'm sure he did some of the Spielberg movies, but I can't remember which ones he did. The I'd have to look it all up, but I don't want to. I don't want to keep going back and forth. Yeah, it's. And I think that's kind of a good thing to do for all artists is like to look back on previous generations, kind of, and it's kind of why they make you learn that stuff in school, the art history, is because it's important to like pull from something. And sometimes you can find like a lot of inspiration from some things. Although, not to be controversial, but I think postmodernism is useless information. You can't. I mean, other than the principles of within themselves that are involved in that, I don't think it really teaches anything about art. Other than that, some people really have like very loose definitions of what can be art. There's my hot take of the day. Oh no. I got I got along with my art history teacher. Now she's gonna hate me. I did have a really good art history teacher in college. She really made it all really interesting. So plus she liked my cartoons. So because I was a one of the biggest regrets I had was I tried to be a cartoonist for the school magazine for the school newspaper, and that taught me what it's like being dealing with other people being unreliable. And then I made the even dumber mistake. Well, because that was not a huge mistake. Becoming the graphic designer for the school newspaper, that was the dumb thing I did. Never do that. If you because they don't pay you. They're just like, yep, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do it when we say, and even if all the writers are late, you still have to be on time. And I'm like, no. It's like I don't think so. How about pass? It's like, how about pay me, or I'm gonna be just as slow as them. Because I remember sometimes I got so upset, so angry that I had to go talk to my like the dean of the art department because I was so angry. I'm like, this is ridiculous. These people. He's like, there's nothing I can do, but but it is good to join clubs in college. So, although nowadays art college is so expensive, I advise making it your minor and doing like a business degree instead. if you can afford. If you can't, then just do online courses here and there. And I still do. I still jump on online courses sometimes because like Colosso has some that are on sale usually sometimes throughout the year, and art what's it, art class 101 has some good artists from around the world in it, and even like some of like what were some of the other ones? Well, I mean like there's Bobby Chu's class is really good. I'd say he'd be a great like overall place to look for just starting points because like those classes are like run from like beginner to intermediate to more skilled. Expert's always a weird thing to say with art because it's like who highly skilled is because it's hard to like really judge expert when the field is so big. I mean, maybe Gurney, I would say, is pretty close to expert. You would probably disagree, but I'd say he's at least in that realm. And I like some artists that might not be seen that way, but I like them a lot. Like Bruce Timm does really nice art, but I don't know how many people would know who that is even if they don't watch cartoons. And even if they do, they might not know because it's you have to like just know that the artist for Batman, that I mean the one who concepted them out was that was him. So make this a little longer. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I think it's at least enough for me to maybe move on to the next one. I can kind of like do like carvings and maybe some like designs in the wood. Just like really basic shapes. Bum, 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 bum. It'd be a shame to see movie poster art disappear because it's such an interesting um, area of illustration. I don't think it will, honestly, because even indies need art sometimes, and they might choose to do take risks with other artists, maybe, or just hire people that are less experienced to give them a chance because they can't afford to pay for the big, expensive people. I mean, hopefully they don't like just go right to like the two-letter word that is controversial. Mustn't speak its name. Oops. Oh no! What did I do? What have I done? There. Okay. Cool. Oh, this is looking really good. I just gotta. Maybe like the pages are like lightly glowing inside the dragon too. Rough, like rough versions of them. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. I also really like the dragon hand crunch on the top of the chair. The minute I put that in, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like looking down at him. Yeah. I think this is pretty good. I might, yeah, maybe one more thing. Just fix this shadow. But otherwise, this is pretty cool. Like, did exactly what I wanted with it, and yeah, I mean, like I can add more like magic effects and stuff, like the like little particles of energy spinning around this creature, but I want to get to work on the other dragons, so I don't want to waste too much, not waste, but use too much time on that. Maybe I'll add like a little bit of sheen glow from the on the snout from the book, just to show that it does have a little bit of physical nature to it. So it's, yeah, that's good. And on the fingers here. Yeah. That looks, yeah, I like that. Okay. Save. Please save, please don't crash. Okay. With these bigger drawings, I'm always worried that it's gonna do that because I have had that happen. I think that happened last week or something, or like not too long ago. And for this one, I used my character with this. It's gonna be a I think this is a crystal dragon. Yeah. So maybe What should its base color be? Maybe a dark brown? Because like earth, or maybe a dark gray. Like shale. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. Try a mixture of both, maybe. Like do the shale with some dark brown too for the non-glowy parts. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Still getting. I mean, I know I've had this for like a few months now, or like I think it's been at least a few months now. But I'm still getting used to the concept of having a VTuber model. I'm so used to just like leaning back or like looking away, and now I'm like, what's my model doing over there? Oops. Like I forgot, I can't do that anymore. But I think for like our channels, people don't usually care. I think that's more of a like if you're a gaming streamer, that's a bigger deal. If you lose track of your model, at least from what I've noticed. Bum, 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 bum. Still want to get the Discord working sometime in the near future because it would be fun to have some like group activities outside of this. I mean, on like draw-alongs or like uh, watching movies, that kind of stuff would be really fun. Although I know everyone's busy, so it's always difficult, but it would be fun to have as an option anyway. Because even I don't always get a chance to do that kind of stuff on the channels I follow. So one thing I doubt I'll ever do is really well, we'll see. I never say never, but I'm not a big like gamer when it comes to like team games, like Marvel Rivals or that kind of stuff. I just can't get into those. I know why people like them, but I just don't. Same with it. Like I doubt I'd ever play an MMO because I just so many people have at work have tried to get in the past have tried to get me into Final Fantasy 14 back, and that was back when it was really popular with the old expansions. But that just takes a lot of time. It's like a major time investment. And I'm like, I'd rather work on so many other things. Especially now that I have two channels to add to the list on top of comics and other projects. So, which I think I mentioned, but the group project is back up and it is up and running. So that's I'm pretty happy that we're back to production. So officially, like we were unofficial. It wasn't officially off. It was just kind of like mild hiatus. Or whatever I want to call it. Maybe I'll add some more like warm colors into the dragon's crystals, like some pinks and add some pink in there too, or something like that. Kind of a fun. Gives it kind of like a tie dye or something kind of look to it. Let's try this really quick. Find it. Here it is. Yeah. Just so I can get that in really quick. Because it's easier just to like block in the color this way a little bit. That way you can kind of put the scale too of this creature, where it's this very big, lengthy beast, much bigger than the one that in the last drawing. This does not fit in a room well. Yeah. Just giving them some rough ideas of like maybe patterns just to play around with. I can always change them later, but yeah. Let's see if I'm gonna look up some go to Pinterest and look up some crystal designs. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, why don't we make her more purple and pink and with accents of blue? Yeah. Just because, like, his wings are ethereal blue and his crystals are very bright blue. So it's gonna make it hard to see his if she's. Oops. Undo. Yeah, if she's that bright. I can still put edges that are like blue, but I don't want to see. Yeah, like dark purple would be a good color. Kind of a cool surface to play around with. Yeah, kind of like. Give these like weird, really bumpy kind of body that's covered in like. I think it's always kind of fun to put like give a little bit of a story, no matter what kind of like drawing you're doing, especially with like characters that you've redrawn a few times. It's fun to give them like a reason for being in the scene. Yeah, I kind of like that more than if I done. I think that looks pretty nice, actually. I'm glad I made it mostly a dark, like a very dark gray. It definitely pushes the brightness of the crystals. Let's play around with some other ones. Yeah, that's a cool color too. Maybe push it into almost like a magenta. Yeah, like that kind of purple. Yeah, so it gets. I'll play around with this more. I need to make some more better shapes in here. But that kind of works. I'll get his colors in on a different layer so I don't accidentally draw over him. Speaking of drawing over, I think I drew on the line layer. I didn't. Nope. Phew. Okay. Phew. That was gonna make me mad. Okay, good. Don't want to draw on the line layer. That's a bad move. There we go. Cool. Get his other leg here. I don't want to draw. I don't want to color his head yet because I want to. I might put his head closer to hers, kind of like make it so they're kind of like forehead to forehead kind of thing. Oops. Oh, I'm on the wrong brush. Sorry. Oops. I have to draw his tail. So I have to put that in there too. good for now. I don't know why I did that. I was worried I would have to make this canvas bigger, but I think it works just as is. So I thought I would have to draw more of her wings, but I think it looks fine. Wish I had the Kirby crackle. I keep losing that brush. It's perfect for this kind of situation. We got kind of like a dusting. I can do like a cool thing with like smaller mineral deposits of the crystals starting to form in the front, like that kind of. Sorry, I'm in the way. I'm just gonna go nuts right now with the crystals, playing around with shapes. Another really good artist for fantasy is I think it's I'll get it. It's hard to remember all these names. John Howe. Yeah. He was for the films. So he's and yeah. There was a funny story about him where he apparently like was so excited about the being going to the set and like walking around in this like beautiful country that he kind of like only packed stuff for the movie. He forgot to pack clothes to change into. So he had to like go shopping for clothes when he got there. Like, oops, I got a little too excited. Whoops. That's kind of cool, but that's not what I want. I guess this is a watercolor brush, so it's not really good for this. Let's see. I don't like that. It's worth a try, though. It's fun to play with brushes sometimes. Maybe longer brushes strokes with this one would be okay. Short ones don't work. It kind of blotches together. Kind of like this, it kind of blends them a little bit more. They kind of, you get kind of more of that gradient kind of. Kind of like pink next to this turquoise. It looks kind of has a cool effect. They kind of like fill in each other a little bit. That's nah. Those are. Oh, that's what it says. Put more of that purple in there too. I forgot. If I want it there though. It's a little muddy right now, but I'll get it figured out. It's kind of like plotting out where the color, the main parts of the color are going to be. Kind of like I did with that last one, where I kind of just, oops, that's not going to work. I don't think that's going to work either. That's see, play. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, I guess. Not entirely, anyway. A little bit, that's okay. Like a sparkle kind of thing going on. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted. It's kind of like that. Oops. I don't want to do it too big because then you can tell they're not really stars. Mhm. Oh, that would be smart. Maybe I'll do that when I get off here. Is for a better like look of the transition between the colors to look at the coral reefs for like just some ideas of or like I mean caves honestly for like actual like how these crystals would look. I mean obviously there's a little magic to them too, but it'd be nice to have a solid color scheme for this one. It kind of feels like I'm bouncing between two, at least two. Yeah. I think this is a good place to call it. Because I made some good progress on this one, like starting to get the color in a little more, and I am really happy with this one. I think it's pretty much done. I might do like a little bit of cleanup on like some small details, like the desk. Actually, maybe the desk. One last thing I'll do before I call it is just lightly, really quick, just airbrush in some light here, just so the book looks like it's floating more. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's better. Oops. I can clean that up more, but the point is just to make sure it has like a more clear, just yeah, clearly showing more of the tape, the desk, so you can tell that like this, but like some of the light coming off of it, coming bleeding on the sides of this a little bit. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Cool. I like it. I might just clean, add a few more spark like highlights and that stuff, but I think it's pretty much like at least 98%. If I might even keep some of the roughness, honestly, but excuse me. Oh, I'll think about it. Sometimes I like to just leave it a little bit rough, you know, because it's. I mean, it's first of all, it's not a final. It's well, I mean, it is. Everything should be treated like a final piece, but I do want it to have like some of that rough energy too. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for everyone who dropped by. I'll be back again on Friday. So I hope everyone has a good rest of your week. And I'll see you then. Take care and have a good night.